Hey, what's going on today, guys? Sticks10 here, and we are going to look at Xatu in the Nightmare Cup meta. We're going up against Pedro, who is a new father. Congratulations on the baby, dude. And here we go. We're jumping right into it. We've got our Skunk Tank versus Alolan Raichu. Not a bad position for us. Obviously, we're going to do super effective damage. He did have enough time to get to Wild Charge, so I do block that. That would have done a ton to us. So we're going to hit this Crunch. We'll see if he shields it again. Nope, he allows his Alolan Raichu to fall there and brings in Toxicroak. Solid counter to ours. We're going to swap out, charge up a little bit. He's going to hit that Mud Bomb, and you can see not very effective, and brings out Skunk Tank. We already have our move charged up. Aerial Ace. See how much it does to Skunk Tank. It's pretty tanky, but it does do quite a bit there. We're going to block this because it is a Crunch, which would have knocked us out. And we build up some more energy here. We've already got a fully charged move, and we hit Ominous Wind into Toxicroak. And he blocks it. Looks like we're going to go down to counters there. And we're going to bring out Skunk Tank, who's already got a Crunch ready to go, and we're going to hit that, and it's going to go unblocked. And that is the end of that match. GG, Pedro. And we're going to get into the second match. We're going to lead with Shiftry, just trying it out here. See how we like it. And there you can see we are not doing great against Skunk Tank. The poison is obviously doing a ton of damage. And so that's one of the negatives with running Shiftry. We come in with Lucario there. I'm going to do super effective damage here. Hit this pup real quick. Probably didn't have to. Could have dropped him with counters, but we do get that. And he brings in Mr. Mime. We bring in our Xatu. He switches out to Breloom, which we're going to do super effective damage to. Actually, double super effective damage. So then we hit Ominous Wind, which he blocks. And we're going to build up. And you can see how much damage Air Slash is doing. Remember, it's getting, it's a 3 duration move, and it's 3 energy and 3 damage per turn. So that's a total of 9 every time you're hitting it on each. So it does do quite a bit. And we're moving into the next round of people. And it's Hasblixen. Sorry if I don't pronounce your name correctly. We're going to work on it. He hits me here. It's going to be a Thunder Punch. We're going to allow that to go through. Not super effective against Alolan Raichu. And we're going to hit a Wild Charge back. And that is still not very effective, but you can see it does a ton of damage. We're going to go ahead and allow the Thunder Punch to come through. We do survive it, and we're able to get off another Thunder Punch. He does block it, which saves his Alolan Raichu, but has very little health left on it. So we come in with Lucario and go ahead and drop it to counters real quick. He brings out Toxicroak here, so not great for us. We bring out Xatu. He switches to Umbreon. A bad position here. We're going to hit Aerial Ace, but Umbreon is pretty bulky, so it's not going to do a whole lot. And we do have to use our shields here because anything it's throwing out is going to be super effective against us, or neutral if it has last resort. We hit another Aerial Ace. You can see we are taking it down, and we're going to allow our Xatu here to fall to foul play and bring out Lucario. We've got our move fully charged up. Toxicroak, we block the Mud Bomb, which would have knocked us out, and we hit a Power-Up Punch, and he blocks it. And we hit another Power-Up Punch because we had quite a bit of saved energy, and that does knock out the Toxicroak there. So, going into the next match, I lead with Skunk Tank. He leads with Toxicroak. Toxicroak is actually a pretty solid lead in this, but you can see I switched to Xatu, which is fairly effective against that. And then we're going to hit Aerial Ace against Drapion. And you can see Aquatail. I didn't have to block that. It would have been neutral, but I wasn't sure. I thought he might have had enough to hit a crunch. I need to count the moves again and see. And you can see we've got our moves fully charged up. We hit Ominous Wound right away and into the Bronzong, and it is, it did quite a bit there. And we have a little bit of lag here, and then we catch back up, and I hit another Ominous Wind. He probably will shield this one to save his Bronzong. And you can see Confusion actually doing quite a bit to my Xatu, but we are able to get off another Ominous Wind, and he uses both shields on his Bronzong to save it. We bring out Skunk Tank, and it's a Heavy Slam. You can see that Heavy Slam actually does quite a bit. And we're going to hit a Crunch here to save our... to save Skunk Tank. We bring out Lucario to go against his Toxicroak, but he has quite a bit of energy saved up on that and hits another Mud Bomb, which is super effective to us, so we lose that match. I think Xatu is has very positive matchups in the meta. And it's fairly bulky as well. So if you're looking for something, a lot of your team is pretty squishy or Glass Cannon, Xatu is a definitely good option. Ominous Wind obviously gives you solid options against psychic types, and then with the flying type moves, you're doing super effective damage to the fighting types, and also to Shiftry. You actually do very well against Shiftry as well, because it's not going to be doing your Xatu is going to be taking reduced damage. So here's our Spirit Tomb versus Bronzong. We're going to knock it out with just fast moves. We've got everything charged up, ready to go. Obviously, Ominous Wind has the 10% chance of giving you a 2-stage boost on attack and defense. So very solid boost there if you can get it. I have occasionally got it in practice battles. And I know Swag Tips was talking about how it's kind of the roulette cup. Like if you get that, you're pretty much unstoppable at that point. If you get it early enough in the battle, when Spirit Tomb still has quite a bit left in the tank. We hit Aerial Ace here against that would have taken out Umbreon, I think. He's going to get to another foul play, it looks like, and we're going to fall to the foul play. And that's the end of that match. GG. And we did lose 2 of those 3. And here we go against number 19 player in the world, D Master Lance. Local player, great guy. I want to thank him for these battles and for practicing and testing with me. So here we go. We've got Spirit Tomb versus Toxicroak. Not a great matchup for us, but I don't want to switch in and give him switch advantage. So we continue powering on, hit an Ominous Wind. We do get the attack boost, defense, and attack boost. So we do get to another Ominous Wind and do knock out the Toxicroak with very little health left. So we're going to get knocked out probably, whatever. Yeah, there you go. So, but we did manage. That won us the game against that Toxicroak. Because obviously otherwise we wouldn't have. Here's Xatu versus Lucario. You can see just how much damage we're doing. This is going to be a pup. I miscounted the moves there. Didn't need to block the first one. And he does get to another one, I believe. And it's going to be Shadow Ball. Yeah. So our Xatu does go down. That's one of the negatives, or maybe one of the positives about Lucario. And then here, of course, he brings out, I've got Toxicroak, he brings out Gallade and defeats me pretty handily. So next match, Poliwrath versus Drapion. This should be a pretty good matchup. Drapion can't do a whole lot against my Poliwrath because it's going to have Crunch and Aqua Tail, so I don't need to shield anything here. And you can see he switches out. I hit the power-up punch. Not very effective in Gallade, but we do get that. And I switch into Xatu. And this is going to be the Leaf Blade, which isn't going to do a lot. to Xatu. Another advantage there. Leaf Blade and those type moves are not super effective against it. Also, drop on with Infestation isn't going to be super effective either as a fast move. So now if they run Bite, it would be. So here's an Aerial Ace. He blocks both of those, so he is down 2 shields to none. He takes me out with the Aqua Tail. He does have quite a bit of energy built up. I think he was trying to save it up, so there we go. We blocked that. The Crunch, and still have 1 shield. I think we'll take him down. Nope, he's going to get us with a Aqua Tail. Let's see. Oh, we still do survive, though, and didn't get that power-up punch in time. So Skunk Tank, we're going to hit the power-up punch. And as long as we can get to Flamethrower, we'll knock him out, no problem. And we do, so there you go. You can see definitely there are some weaknesses to Xatu, but it is an actual, I think it's pretty solid for this meta. Definitely one of the key, I think, Pokemon for the meta all around. Here's Ominous Wind against Lucario, and did quite a bit. And we got the defense and attack boost there, so we're gonna block that, make sure we stay in the match, and we got to another Ominous Wind. And here we go, and he blocks that one to save us, and we get another defense, and oh my goodness, guys. I don't know what the chances are of that. Somebody that's good at math can tell me, but getting 2 of them at one time is crazy. So he brings out Raichu and hits a Thunder Punch right away. You can see, oh my god, we survived the Thunder Punch, guys. That's how crazy those 2 boosts are. Like, so he spins another shield, but we've basically taken out 2.5 Mons with one Spirit Tomb with those 2 boosts. And here you go, Lucario gets to that power-up punch. It's going to take out Raichu, get the attack buff, and he brings out Gallade, which actually isn't we're taking neutral damage from Confusion, and you can see we just barely get off the Shadow Ball and take out the Gallade there. And that is one of the advantages of Lucario, is that having that Shadow Ball does give you some additional coverage against Psychic type, especially since it's going to get neutral damage. And so we hit Thunder Punch here against Drapion. And then we block that and hit another Thunder Punch. Probably will use a shield here to save his. And we're going to allow ours to fall to Crunch. And let's see, we bring out, I think we got Xatu. Solid choice, because I don't think this is going to be Aqua Tail. He couldn't get to a Crunch in time. And so we hit another, what's he bringing out? Let's see. Lucario, so we hit another Aerial Ace. Aerial Ace is a 45 energy charge move. And then Ominous Wind is 40. So the first time they're both going to pop at the same time, and then the second time Ominous Wind will be just a little faster to get to, because you're getting 9 each time. So you're getting exactly 45 with 5 air slashes. So, and there you go. You can see we lost that round. And bringing out the Toxicroak versus Spirit Tomb. Not a great matchup for us here. But we are going to stay in. Or block the first Bud Bob. Because Bud Bob does actually do quite a bit to Spirit Tomb. This Spirit Tomb is not fully powered up yet, but it's fairly close. We got a little bit more to do on it. No, we do have the right moveset at least. And there you go. And we're going to allow it to fall this time to Toxicroak. And here comes our Xatu to finish up. Alright, so let's see what he's going to bring out next against Xatu. He brings out Gallade, so this is a positive matchup for us. Confusion We're going to take reduced damage. Ominous Wind is going to be super effective against him, so he's going to have to block. And this is going to be a Leaf Blade. We don't need to block it. He switches to Shift Tree. We get some damage off. Unfortunately, didn't get quite enough. But we do have a Lucario in the back, so we're going to block this Leaf Blade. There you go. Get down for the count. And we do have enough for a Shadow Ball, so this will finish off Gallade. I think we could have done it with a pup, but that's okay. GG there. And we're going to lead off here with Hitmonchan versus Toxicroak. Toxicroak is going to be something you see a lot of people lead with, I feel like, so be prepared for that as an option. I think Toxicroak is pretty solid in this meta as well. I think I've talked about that before, and just you can see Hitmonchan can do quite a bit to it, but just not enough. I mean, it's a close matchup. So he uses Mud Bomb, which is going to use up his energy. One shield. You can see very close matchup, and we knock out it with Xatu coming in. I feel like that's where Xatu really thrives. We're going to switch out into Skuntank. He switches to Gallade. Obviously that's still a good matchup for me. You can see Leaf Blade does quite a bit, but this Crunch is going to finish him if he doesn't block it. He decides not to block it and save his shield for Raichu. So solid choice there to save the shield. And we're going to hit a Crunch. So he's going to use the shield here. And there you can see we're taking him down. He's going to finish me off here with Thunder Punch. But we got Xatu in the back, and it's already got Ominous Wind charged pretty much. So we're going to hit that, and that's going to be GG for this match. Thank you, D Master Lance, for the games there. You guys can see Xatu is going to be a beast in the Nightmare Cup. Be prepared for it. Have your counters ready. Know where it fits in the meta. If you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment. Let me know what you guys are using, testing out. Let me know if you guys want to see something else for me to test out. And until next time, thanks for watching.